What is defamation? Defamation is generally when you expose or put out to the public, you communicate, or in some cases they call it publish, you communicate to any third parties a falsehood, something that is not true about an individual. And that falsehood could subject them to ridicule or could harm their reputation in some way. Okay? Categories of this would be libel, slander, and in the business context, trade disparagement. Okay, so libel is a form of written slander. So you write something untrue down and you somehow publish that or you put it out to the community. Now you only have to put it out to one other person other than you and the individual about whom you're spreading the falsehood. Okay, now that would be a sufficient publication. And if it causes injury to their reputation or subject to ridicule, it's actionable. Now, in all cases of defamation, you generally have to show some form of damages. Now, there are certain types of defamation that it is assumed that an individual has damages, such as spreading falsehoods about them having a venereal disease or them being a criminal. Something like that would be automatically assumed that damages arise. So you would have less of a burden to prove actual damages. But that's libel. Slander would be a verbal or spoken communication or publication to a third party about a falsehood about an individual that again would subject them to ridicule or harm their reputation. And lastly, trade disparagement. That's when you speak of an individual's business or trade that they carry on, or you speak poorly of a business's operations or business overall, their general business, and it's false. You spread falsehoods about them knowingly. So in that situation, it's very similar to libel and slander. You can either write or orally communicate these disparagement of the business's trade. And if that causes damage of some sort to the business, again, it is actionable. So those are the three main categories of defamation and how they apply.